Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Transformers Rise of the Beasts, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie to tell you in short what this movie is all about, and then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this movie. So in case you didn't watch it, one big spoiler to cross the screen. And yeah guys, just click away from this video and come back after you watch a movie if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally okay. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this movie right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, Transformers Rise of the Beast is a movie that's been released in 2023, and it's once again science fiction slash action type of a movie. I mean, I'm pretty sure you all watched at least one of the Transformers movies in your life. So this is actually a sequel to Bumblebee that I also watched and reviewed on my channel, so you can check that out if you want, guys. Movie starts off with a scene of these ancient Transformers that have animal shapes, like there is this huge gorilla, and then there is this big eagle Transformer and leopard one, and they're fighting these evil Transformers that call themselves Terracons, which is surprising because it's mostly always Decepticons. And we have the two main villains in Terracons. The main one is Unicron, which is this huge spaceship that just travels through the universe and devours planets and mines all their resources, and he's intending to do the same with the planet Earth. But before that, he has to collect the keys that are hidden on the planet Earth and combine them into one key that he needs to renew Cybertron. But in that case, of course, planet Earth will die and everyone on it. So these ancient Transformers are protecting that key, those keys parts, from Unicron and this other physical villain called Scourge. So it's not a Megatron again, surprisingly. It's mostly always Megatron. So I really like how they changed that there. So Unicron also shows up in the latest original Transformers in the Last Knight as a female. But here he's portrayed just as a voice. You never see him physically, while he has his servant Scourge that, physically is persistent there through the entire movie. And he is having beef with Autobots and these Transformers. Anyway, as the movie starts, you watch that scene where they fight, and then movie cuts to our main character, human main character, called Noah Diaz. He's just a guy trying to support his family. He kind of has a tough life. They're behind with the bills. He lives with his brother and mother. His mother is trying to do her best to pay all the bills and everything, but they're really struggling. His brother is also sick and they're behind with medical bills, and medical staff doesn't really want to help him anymore until they pay these bills. So it's pretty bad situation to be at, and Noah tries to get employed. He applies for multiple jobs, unfortunately fails to get any of them, and then he unfortunately turns to crime, and he and his friend decide to steal a car. And Noah has now a task to sneak into this garage and steal this Porsche they're gonna sell and get the money from. But little he knows that Porsche is actually not a car, it's a Transformer, it's an Autobot called Mirage. And as he gets into this car to steal it, the car locks itself, he can't get out. He gets spotted by security, he gets chased down by the cops. Car is driving by himself, he's all confused, doesn't know what's going on, until the car drives off to safety, where he transforms into Transformer. And Noah is really scared and confused because there is huge big alien robot in front of him that talks, and he doesn't know what's going on. And that's where we meet the rest of the crew. That's where Optimus Prime, of course, shows up, the main leader of Autobots, and iconic Bumblebee, his right hand, and other Transformers. And in the meanwhile, there is another human character called Elena Wallace, and she is like a scientist working in this museum, more of an archaeologist, I'd say, and she studies all these ancient things they got there, and cleans them and all that. And she realizes there is this ancient artifact with weird symbols on it that she doesn't recognize. but she later figures out it's not even from this planet. Of course, that's just one of the pieces of the key from the Transformers. And while playing around with it, she accidentally triggers it. She activates that part of the key that sends this light beam high in the sky that is not visible to a human eye, but it is visible to Transformers. And that's what signals Terracons, and they now come for that key part, and they start to fight Autobots over it. So that's where the fight breaks out between Autobots and Terracons for the first time. Noah makes a deal with the Autobots that he will help them protect the key, find the key, and save the planet Earth. But in return, Mirage will transform himself into a Porsche that he wanted to steal so he can sell it and get the money for it, or whatever. So Noah accepts that offer, and he tries to get the key, but that's where he meets Elena, and in the same time Terracons show up, and big first fight breaks out between Terracons and Autobots, and it's pretty fun. So for the rest of the movie, they're just basically fighting Terracons and racing who's gonna collect all the parts of the keys first, and just simply the world is either gonna be saved or not. And that's it. Simple plot where we got good Transformers, good guys against bad Transformers, evil guys, and that's it. Nothing really too special or complicated. It's pretty straightforward movie. Classic plot that we've seen so many times before. But what's interesting here is that they made villain pretty strong. He almost beats them at the end of the movie. He manages to find all the pieces and put the key together, and he even invites the Unicron to the Earth, and it almost comes to that the Earth gets devoured, and they almost renew the Cybertron and all that. They activate this huge laser beam on the hill that does all that. And things get pretty intense, and for the moment you think they're gonna actually lose, because Scourge turns out to be a very powerful villain, and he even kills Bumblebee at one point in the movie. So you think they just killed the Bumblebee off like that, one of the main Transformers, and you're like weirded out. But then in the end, just as you think all hopes are lost, Bumblebee comes back and tears the shit out of him. And together they join forces. Diaz even gets this Transformer suit when Mirage dies in the combat. He dismantles himself into little parts that get attached on Diaz, and he gets this human Transformer suit that he uses to fight Scourge and all these other Terracons. Of course, these ancient Transformers join. They suffer some losses. You get to see some of the good Transformers actually die, and you kind of feel sorry for them. It actually makes you feel something for Transformers. So it's not a bad movie. I actually really, really enjoyed it. There is a lot going on. There's a lot of cool CGI, a lot of good music, a lot of cool action, but it still didn't have that vibe as the old Transformer movies. For example, older Transformers look like cartoon Transformers. I forgot to mention that these Transformers are set in the 90s. They're going on in the 90s, so that's why maybe they look different. They have different look because cars back then looked differently and all that. I kind of understand that, but I feel like these newer generation of Transformers are more for kids to watch, even though older Transformers were also watched by tons of kids and it was a ton of fun. But older Transformer movies were more manly and had just complete different vibe that was more serious than this. But these Transformers are still very fun to watch. This is just simply one of those movies that you watch for fun. It's meant to be fun to watch, and that's exactly what Transformers Rise of the Beast is. It delivered exactly that. I didn't got bored of this movie. It was just a nice little movie to watch to kill time. And, it's not a movie that I will think about forever. But, I can think of it and just say to myself, yeah, that was fun, and I enjoyed it. So I got what I wanted from this movie, and I like the ending of the movie. I like how the Noah and Elena get recognized for saving the world. Noah gets offered a job in the secret government service, who already knows about the Transformers, and they're working on him together with them, cooperating or whatever. And he realizes, oh shit, they actually know about these creatures, and government knows what he did, so he gets job in the secret service, which finally means that he can support his family and everything. So Elena also gets recognized for her work because she also helped Transformers get to keys. She is the archaeologist, she knew the locations where the keys are hiding, so she was very useful. Her colleagues treated her poorly, so at the end she gets recognized for her heroism, ends up in the news, and all that. So everything ends well. It's a nice ending for everyone. Good guys win. And that's it. Like I said, just a classic plot that we've seen so many times before in the Transformer movies. But honestly, it's a Transformer movie. What else are you going to make Transformer movie about? And once again, I liked Scourge. He was very powerful. He was very evil, and just beat the shit out of them. He was hell of a warrior. Even as a villain, he was really tough to beat, and I really love how they portrayed that. They throw everything at him, and dude's like not giving up. He's still fighting them pretty hard, with all his other evil Transformers. So it was definitely an enjoyable movie. If you're a fan of Transformers, take a look at this movie. It's not bad. It's fun. If you got kids and family, you can sit all together and watch this movie just to entertain yourself. It's great. So yeah, those are my opinions and thoughts on this movie. Let me know down below in the comments. What are yours? Did you watch this movie? So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You guys are amazing. I love you. And once again, if you want, you can leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Links are down below in the description. Again, you don't have to, only if you want to. I love you, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.